So let's sort of look into it. Okay, we were looking into what is known as two things in that. Okay, first one is with regard to the construction of heap, which you did, which you saw very clearly. The construction of heap we did in two methods. Okay, what was the two methods? Top down approach and of course bottom up approach. Two methods also we sort of came into conclusion. The next aspect now is to make sure that you are going to figure out what is heap sort. Okay, very important for you to get into know what is heap sort. And in this you got to know that there are basically two steps. First one is creation of heap sort. Okay, creation of your heap basically. Next thing is, you are going to sort it out. So first thing, creation of heap can be done in these two ways: top down approach, bottom up approach. And then you are going to use the sorting technique. One thing you got to keep in mind here is in this sorting technique, okay, if you want the sorting to be in ascending order, I think this was the same old example we took, right? If you want it to be in ascending order, we need to create what is known as a maximum heap, which basically means you are going to create a heap where you will be having a bigger number here and a smaller number. And if you want your order to be in descending order, so you can make out the very simplest of thing here. Okay, if you want your sorting to be in descending order, you need to have what is known as you need to create what is known as a minimum heap. What is minimum heap? You start with smaller number and at the leaf point you will be having bigger numbers. This is something that you got to understand. Okay, you got to keep in mind. So what is the thing that you got to see here? In the question, people will ask you, put a heap sort. If they don't mention any ascending order or descending order, what you can do anything by default. Okay, by default, you go for ascending order and creating a back heap and creating ascending order. If they specifically mention it, if they specifically mention, please do it in descending order, then you need to create what is known as a minimum heap. Okay, which technique will you use for creating a minimum heap? Of course, you can use top down also, you can use bottom up approach. It's up to you. It's up to you. You can use whatever technique you feel like. So you can see this, so many problems can be made out just by this topic. This is very important. Okay, just by looking at it you can figure out that okay, so many topics, so many types of problems can be figured out using the same old thing of heap sort. Okay, very important for you to know this. Okay, now in the previous class, in the morning class, I think I took an example. Okay, I think it was a little bit late, so we sort of stopped it right at which place around 10% of it. So what we are going to do is we're again going to take that same old example and we're going to solve it. Okay, once we are able to solve this, probably you'll be easily get to know what is the meaning of that. There are a couple of things which people will go wrong, that should not happen. Okay, first thing, the input was given. Okay, what was the input? The input was this. Okay, you got 82, you got 90, then 10, 12, 15, 77, okay, 55, 23. This was the input that was given, right? Very clearly it was given. So obviously the first step, we implemented what is known as the bottom up technique. Okay, we are trying to create a heap using our bottom up technique. So in this bottom up technique, the first step is to creation of your binary tree. So did we do that binary tree? Yes, we did that binary tree, right? Then the next thing is to create what is known as a maximum heap. Why we need to create a maximum heap? Because we want to put all these things in ascending order. Okay, did we create a maximum heap? Yes. And when we created the maximum heap, how do you think it was? The entire maximum heap basically looked like this, right? So you had 90 here, and towards this side you had 82. Next, it was 77. Next, 2315. Okay, from 77 you had 10 and 55. Yes. Okay, and towards this side you had what is known as a 12. Is that 12? Yeah. So this is what you had, and you can see very clearly it is a maximum heap. How do you can make out that it's a maximum heap? Just by looking at it, each and every node is either equal or greater than its children's node. 90 greater than 82, 77, 82 greater than 23, 15, 77, 10 and 55. Everything is greater. Okay, it's a maximum heap. Now the third step here is, or once the creation is done, or the second step, the main second step here is to make sure that we are doing the sorting aspect of it. Okay, we need to do what is known as a sorting. Okay, how you are going to do it? This is a maximum heap that you got to keep in mind. Okay, this is a maximum heap. So the sorting which you are going to get will be in ascending order. Okay, that you got to keep in mind. Okay, you're going to keep it, going to get it in ascending order. So let us do this. Okay, step by step, sort of involve this and let's do this. Okay, first and foremost, what are the steps to be followed here? First step is to make sure that you are doing the heapification or EP5 in very simple words. What is this EP5? You are going to delete, be careful here, you are going to delete the biggest number. That's very important. The biggest number, because I'm talking with regard to maximum heap. Okay, you're going to delete the biggest number. Okay, and then you're going to send it to the array. Send to array. And wherever you had deleted this now, in that place, in the same old place, you are going to swap the smallest number. Okay, you're going to swap the smallest number. So in place of the biggest number, you will be getting the smallest number. You call this as heapify. Okay, you call this as heapify. Okay, now what is the next thing to be done here? See, we got this without any problem. We got this 90, 82, 77, everything we had with regard to maximum heap. Now we need to do what is known as heapification. So what is the first thing to be kept in mind? First thing is you need to see which is the biggest number here. Obviously this one. Okay, this is the biggest number. So this, now needs to be deleted. Okay, this needs to be deleted and that needs to be exchanged with the smallest number or the least number, or what's the other way of calling it? The last node. That's the right word. Okay, you're going to not smallest number, the last node, the number that is there in your last node. Okay, you need to sort of do. Okay, you need to sort of do that. So what is the last node? The last node is basically this one. This is only last node, right? Don't say this is the last node. See, after this you come and write here. Obviously this is the last node. Okay, this is the last node. So let me sort of do that. If I'm doing that, okay, if I'm doing that, what is going to happen? First thing, please understand this one. This is very important. The next thing this is going to happen here is the 12 will be coming right here. Okay, you will be having 82 right here and 77 here. Okay, first this side you will be having 23. Here it will be 15. Okay, here it will be 10, 55. This is what you get. Did we EP5? Okay, did we EP5 this? Yes. Neatly we did the heapification. Okay, see 12 came here and 12 now is not there. It came here, 90 was deleted, so you don't have to worry. And 90 will be placed at the, how do you think it will be placed? If you take an array like this, it will be placed right at the last part of it, 90. Okay, it will be placed at the last part, so 90 will be right here. Now for the input, what we got here. Okay, the next thing what we got here, we need to do again the heapification. So this will be more of a continuous aspect of it. So again, we are going to do the heapification. Okay, if I'm doing the heapification again, what is going to happen? Let's check. Okay, now what is the next thing? Okay, root is already done. So what is the next thing after root? The left hand side, right? So that I need to select now. I'll be selecting the left hand side of it. Okay, see root was already done in the first step. So I'm going to select 82 here. I'm going to interchange, and first I'm going to delete this and then I'm going to interchange that with the last node. What is the last node I have? The last node is nothing but my 55. What logic is last node this? Every simple logic we write like this only every time. Or the nodes will be stored like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Okay, it will be stored like that. So it will be EP5. If you do that, what you are going to get here, basically be careful here, 12 will remain like that only. Okay, 12 will remain like that only. But you must know, but something that you got to keep in mind here. See, every time we did the heapification, now this is not only the heap, this is not the heap only. Some people get that doubt, right? This is not the maximum heap only. How can you change? Okay, how can you change? Of course, it is not the heap. It is not a heap. So you can't change right from here to here. You should always change the one that is there at the root. Now you may get a doubt. How do you think the 82 will be going to the root? Very simple. Okay, very simple. Just look into this. Now when I write 82 and 55, I'm going to go back. Okay, you need to get all these doubts. Okay, see this. If I write 82 here, is this a maximum heap? No, this is not at all maximum heap. Why? Because 82 is coming towards the down. Okay, where 12 is having left child as 82. That is never possible. Okay, that's never possible. Maybe in minimum heap it's possible, but maximum heap it is not possible. So after this, what you're going to do? You're not going to directly go for heapification and all. You are going to again do the same old thing of what is it? Creating a heap. Okay, creating that heap. So what are you going to do? You are going to exchange these two places. If I am able to do that, will it be a maximum heap? Yes, it will be a maximum heap. Okay, so do that. What is the thing changing? I'm doing it. I am interchanging these two things to make it a heap thing. Okay, if I do that, will it be a heap? Yes. Check 82, 12 will be right here. Okay, you got 77 right here. Okay, then you got 10, 55. Okay, you got 20 through towards this side and 15 here. Now you see, okay, this is your maximum heap, very much your maximum heap. Now, can you implement this thing what I told? Delete the biggest number which is there at the node. Okay, sorry, which is there at the root. Swap that with the last node. Can you do that? Yes. Okay. And can I do that? Yes, I can easily do that. Okay. If I do that, you can see very clearly I need to swap. I need to delete 82. And then I need to swap it with 55. Okay. I need to swap it with 55. If I'm able to do, okay. If I'm able to do that, will I be able to get everything? Yes. Let's do that. Okay. So now I'm going to do the heapification. Okay. What is going to happen here? This, be careful here. 82 will be deleted. Okay. 82 will be deleted. Now you know. Okay. What is array? First it was 90. Now 82 is coming here for it. Okay. Otherwise still empty. It will be, you need to write it all these things. Okay. Now you see what is going to happen. 55 will be interchanged here. And you will be having 12, 77. Okay. Now what's the next thing? 23 should not be touched. 15 should not be touched. Same with regard to 10. 55 that was there here, it came here. So 55 will not be there here. 82 is deleted. It came into the array. Okay. This is all done. This is fully done. But again, now you see, again, what you need to do? Again, you need to do what is known as creating a max heap here. Now, this is not a max heap. As you can very clearly see, this is not a max heap. So we need to again go and write a max heap for it. If we do that, what is the intent I need to do? Because 77 is bigger, right? So 77 will be going on. So what is going to happen? 77 will be coming on top. I need to interchange this 55. Okay, here it will be 12. Then the other things will not be changing. So 23, you have 15, and this 55. Look into this. This 55, right? This is 55. I'm only interchanging it, and this will be 10 again. Now, is this a maximum heap? Yes. What's the other thing you do when you have a maximum heap? You need to do what is a heapification again, which is all about deleting the root node. Am I deleting a root node here? Yes. What node? The last node. In this, among this, what is the last node? Last node is this one. Okay. If I do that, what is going to happen? 10 will be coming on top. Okay. 10 will see all these things. You need to write one after other, like I was sent in that model answers. Now you have to write one after other, not like going like a movie and all. Okay, right towards right side. No, you have to write one after other. That you got to be careful. Okay, now you see this 10. Now this time will be towards 12, and this, be careful, 55 will remain. Okay, and this is 23. This is 15. Okay, this is again 15. Now, one more thing would have forgotten is with regard to this 23. 23 obviously you need to come on top also. Okay, that also you need to do. Anyway, we're going to do the 2 steps here because that would not have affected your final result on. Okay, now you see, I need to create a maximum heap among this. I need to do 2 interchanges here. This 23 is bigger number. I need to interchange that. Okay, so I need to have an interchange towards this side. And you can see this. This also is this. This also need to be interchanged. Okay, 77 has now joined all the other numbers. Okay, what are the other numbers? 90, 82. Okay, you got 77. So what will be the next number that will be joining? It will be 55. Okay, so can I do the modification of this? I'll do the modification of this. Then to create this as a maximum heap, I want to create this as a maximum heap. So what is the number we are going to get? Okay, the step what we are going. Okay, so you will be having the same old thing. 55 will be coming on top. I'm interchanging that with 10. So 10 will be here. Okay. I need to interchange 23 with 12. Make sure that 23 is coming on top. So 23 will be here. In place of 23, I'll be having 12. Here it will be 15. Okay. Now you see what's the next thing? Is it maximum heap? Yes. What's the next thing? Delete the root node, exchange that with the last node. What is last node among all these things? 15. Okay, delete the root node with the last node. Did you get what is the thing that you're supposed to get? Yes, we are going to do that. If I do that, what I'm supposed to get, look into this. Okay, I'm going to delete 55 and I need to exchange that with my 50. So 50 will be coming on top. Okay, towards this side 23. Towards this side it will be 10. Here it will be 12. This is what you get. 55 got deleted. So it was joined these people. Who are those people? Okay, people who are deleted before that. See 77. Now it will be 55. Okay. So like this, you are going to keep on adding numbers to there. Okay. Now again, I'll go back, look into this. We got my 15, 23, 10, 12, everything. This is what I got. Now again, check. I need to do the maximum heap of this because you can see very clearly 23 is bigger than 15. So this should be coming right here. Okay. So if I do that, what is going to happen? Let me check. Let me check to what really happens here. Okay. If I do that, this is what is going to happen. Okay. This is with regard to maximum heap. I need to create a maximum heap. So this will become 23. Okay. And then you will be having 15 towards this side, interchange. Okay, 10 here and of course 12 here. Now, is this maximum heap? Yes. So what you're supposed to put on this? You are going to do the heapification, which is nothing but deleting the root node. What is there in root node? 23. I need to delete that with and interchange that with the last node. Last node is 12. Okay, so if I do that, 23 is now deleted. Okay, where do you think that will be going? It will be joining all those 90, 82, everything and all. Okay, so now it will be 12. Towards this side it will be 15. This side it will be 10. Okay, of course, this is not a maximum heap. You need to interchange these two. Okay, you need to interchange these two. If I do that, I'm going to create a maximum heap again. Okay, what is the maximum heap? You will be getting 50. Okay, then what's the next thing? 12, 10. Okay, 23 is now deleted. So can I go and add it somewhere? Where did we add it? Okay, so I'll just go and add it here itself. Okay, so it was 55. After that, it was 23. Okay, after it was 23. Now we are going to move and do the next part, almost the last few parts of it. Okay, see this? Now again, we need to do the same thing. What is the same thing? You need to do the heapification. Bigger number, root number with the last node. Last node is this one. Okay, if you delete that, what is going to happen? You're going to first interchange this. So 10 will be coming right here. 12 will be coming right here. 15 is deleted. So can I go and write that 15 also now? Okay, after 23, where was our array? Yeah, array is here. Okay, after 23, the one to be added now is 15. Okay, think it's all going very, very cross. Write it neatly, okay? So you can see this. This is what we sort of get now, okay? This is the numbers we got. Of course, don't see the writing of it and all, because I'm writing it in a way that it's going a little bit cross. See this 15 is all done now. Okay. Now again we need to do the heapification. Okay, or creating a maximum heap. So you need to interchange this. So it will become what? I need to become 12 and 10. Okay. Now there's only two things. There's only two things. So what are the two things that you have? The two things is very simple. You need to delete the root node, exchange that with 10. Okay, exchange that with 10. So 12 will be deleted, only 10 will remain. So only 10 means the last number to be added to the array will be 10 only, correct? So 12 will be deleted obviously now. So 12 will be coming right here. Okay. Then the last number will be remaining, only one number, that 10 will be coming right here. Is this an ascending order? Yes. Look into this. It is very much in your ascending order. That you got to keep in mind. Okay, it's an ascending order program. And what's the other thing that you got to keep in mind? The other thing is very simple. What is the one you took? You took a maximum heap. You created a maximum heap. Now you see the ascending order created. Yes. Okay. So using heap, you can even do the sorting part of it. That's very important. Okay. Using heap, that we are able to do even the sorting part of it. This is very important. Okay, very important for you to know that using heap we are able to do all these sort of things. This is maximum heap I took. Then I got it my ascending order. Can we change this? Okay, can I change it to something else? What is that something else? If I create a minimum heap. Okay, if I create a always remember, if you are writing a minimum heap, okay, then the values that you are going to get will be in descending order. Okay, it will be in descending order. Okay, now if I create a minimum heap in this, I'll take only 5 elements there. Okay, because we'll try to wind up fast, then it will be the end of it, right? So you learned so many things there. Okay, should not forget the steps, everything should not forget. I'm pretty sure you would have seen that the model answers I sent, that is the steps you need to write, and of course the algorithms and all will come. So what I'll do is at the end of probably, once we complete all these things now, before the exams, I'll make it one page, one document, which will be having algorithms of each and every technique. Okay, each and every technique algorithms will be there neatly with comment line. So you can sort of read that comment line, the algorithms, and of course the model answers for each and every technique. Neatly, you need to follow that, so that you get very good marks. It's not just about passing, you get very good marks in it. Okay, so let me again now go back and create. I'm just going to take only few items here, not more than that, and we are going to do two approaches. Okay, two different approaches of what we see in the previous example. Okay, so let me take my numbers to be like this. Okay, I'm going to take something like a 90. Okay, then again 12. So what is this? I'm just the previous problem that was there now. I'm going to reduce it to a very smaller one like this. 23. Probably I'll take one more. 82. Maybe one more. Okay, maybe something like 10. Okay, this is what they have given. Only few items only they have given. They are saying please do. Okay, they're not saying anything, but we'll do. Or else if they themselves may be asking it. I want you to create a minimum heap, they're saying. If minimum heap, automatically my mindset say that I will be writing what is known as a descending order. Because for maximum heap you wrote ascending, so minimum heap will be descending only. So I need to create a minimum heap. So in the previous example, we followed bottom up technique. This time we are not going to follow that. We are going to follow top down technique. Changing, okay, changing the strategies, changing what we learned in the previous problem to this problem. Everything will change. See, it was maximum heap, now it is minimum heap. There bottom up, now it is top down. There it was ascending order, obviously you're going to get descending order. How's that? Okay, that is how you need to create your own problems. You need to create your own problems and also find your own solutions. not just create problems and leave it. Okay, so you need to find your own solutions for it like that. Okay, now let me do this. Okay, so that it will be more like a what do you call revision aspect also. Okay, with regard to how to create heaps on it. Anyway, it's all given in your questions I've given for your internals is pretty easy. Only few things, maybe something like a prims, a little bit little bit steps will be more. Okay, Kruskals anyway it will be easy. Disectors the number of steps will be more. Okay, knapsack again is easy. Okay, same with the topological sorting, that is also pretty easy. Disectors and prims number of steps are more, maybe in heap sort also. Okay, so let me sort of do this. Okay, I told you very clearly that I am going to use what is known as a top down technique. Okay, in top down technique, what is the first step? First step is you need to go step 1, step 2 like that, right? You need to take each and everything, and I'm creating minimum heap here, that you got to keep in mind. So smaller elements should be on the top always. So I'll take 82. Nothing is going to happen. First step. Then step 2. So I'm going to write S2 like this, which basically means step 2. Okay. Now I'm going to take 90. Okay. So 82, 90. So what is the thing I'm trying to do? I'm trying to do minimum heap. So it will be fine. If it's a maximum heap means should have changed this. But it's the minimum heap, so not a problem. Okay. Then step 3. Okay. I need to take 82, 90 over 12. Okay. So 82, next 90, then I got 12. Now I need to change this. Which side do you need to change? I need to change this. Why? Because the minimum heap means smaller elements should be on the. Okay, so if I change this, what is going to happen? This will be becoming like this. It will become 12. Okay, in place of 12, it will become 82, and here I'll be getting my 90. Now you check. Smaller children are children are bigger. Okay, smaller element and the children are bigger. Okay, so 3 things are over. 12 is also to again 77, right? So I'm going to take 77. Where do you think I need to add? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to write it here itself. See, step 4. Where I need to add? I'll be adding right here itself. Okay, once again, I'm just going to a little bit. I need to add 77 now. Okay, so there is 12. Okay, then there is 90, then there is 82 here. Then I need to add 77 now. Now be careful. If I'm adding 77, I told you very clearly that the smaller element should be on the parent. The bigger elements at the leaf. So you can see this. I need to obviously modify this. Okay, if I modify this, what is going to happen? 12 will be coming right here. Okay, and towards this side you will be having 77. This side you will be having 82 as usual, and here you will be having 90. Okay, now again, what's my next element? Okay, next element is, let's check me what is the next element. 23, and the next is 10. Okay, so 23 and 10 I need to add now. So let me go for step 5. I need to add 23 now. Where do I add? I can't add wherever I want. Okay, that you got to keep in mind. So 77, you have 8, you have 90, and now I need to add 23. If I add 23, it will not be a minimum heap. Okay, it will not be a minimum heap. You can see very clearly. So I need to interchange these two. Okay, I need to interchange these two. So what is going to happen? You will be having 12. This 23 will be coming here. Then towards this side 82, here 90 will remain, and of course here it will be 77. Okay, see, step 5 is also done. What's the next thing? Next thing is I need to add one more element, right? How many elements are over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's only one element remaining. What is that? 10. Okay, so 10, step number 6. See, this is why it's called successive insertion method. We are inserting one step after other, checking for whether it is a heap or not. So it's not like your bottom up technique where you first write the binary tree, then we'll see whether it is heap or finally whether it is a maximum heap or minimum heap. Okay, here each and every step we check. Okay, so that's very important that you got to know. So 12, 23 will remain same. 82, 90 and 77 will not be touched. Now I need to add 10. So I need to add 10 here. If I add 10, you can see very clearly this is not a minimum heap. I need to interchange these two. So I'm going to do that. Okay. If I do the interchanging part, it will be coming like this. So you'll have 23 here and this will become 10. Be careful. And this will become 82. This 90, 77 will not change. Now again, be careful. It is still not a minimum heap. So again, you need to change this. Okay. Again, you need to change this. If you again change, what is going to happen? It's going to come like this. See, 10 will be coming to the root. Okay. So this will become what? It will become your 10 will be coming right here. Okay. 23. Then it will be 12. Then you have your 90, 77. Here it will be having 82. Okay. Now you check. Is this a minimum heap? What's the definition of a minimum heap? All the nodes whose parents are either greater or equal. Greater or equal. Parents, sorry, not parents, the leaf node. The leaf node should be greater or equal. 10. Okay. The children node 23, 12, greater. 23, 90, 77, greater. 12, 82, fully greater. This is your minimum heap. We saw maximum heap, now you are seeing minimum heap. See this minimum heap, nicely it is there. Did you create a minimum heap very clearly? Yes. Now why people will not ask you to do top down along with heap sort? See the look into the number of steps it took. Okay, if you take these many steps to do, just creation, it will take a long time. Okay, then sorting also will remain, right? Sorting also is still remaining. So it will be taking a hell of a lot of time. So they generally go with bottom up because that's easier to do. Okay, what we have done, we need to make sure that we always prepare for the worst case scenarios. Okay, so now I got my minimum heap. So can I write that again? I'll be writing neatly the minimum heap. Okay, so that I'll be implementing what is the next step of it, which is sorting. What is it? Next I have 90, then 77, then have 82. Okay, got it? Yes, neatly I got it. So now my job is to make sure that I am going to sort this. Okay, 1 second, let the screen, yeah, hope it's visible now. Now, I told you very clearly that I need to be careful before we start. There are a few things that you got to keep in mind. Number one, this is a minimum heap. Okay. Number two, if it is a minimum heap, I need to be doing what is known as a descending order. You are going to get in descending order only. Okay. You are going to get in descending order. And does the other steps remain same? Yes, they remain same. Okay. So my first step, I told you very clearly what are the steps to be followed here. The step is first delete the root node. Whatever the root node that you have, delete the root node. Okay, and do what? Send it to array. Send to array. Okay, what's the next thing? In place of delete, in place of, that's very important. In place of root node, you swap the last node. When I say last node, the element, the value that is there in last node. Okay, you need to swap the last node. These two things will be keep on doing it. Then what's the next thing? Keep checking whether it is a minimum heap. In this case, keep checking whether it is a heap. In this case, minimum heap. Keep checking if it's a heap. Whether it can be a maximum one or a minimum one. Keep on checking it. Okay. No one will tell you all these steps. There's nothing like this in your textbook and all. This is there in terms of an algorithm. Okay. But we write it in a way which we understand. That's very important. Okay, very important. If you can understand the steps, then only you can do this. Okay, so let me, for this entire thing, let me do what is known as figuring out. So I'll write it a little bit down so that I can go towards the right hand side. Okay, so I'll write a little bit down here. Okay, the values, everything on that. So what is first thing? The first thing is you need to figure out what is the root node. The root node is this one. This will be deleted. You need to exchange that with the last. What's the last node? 82. Okay, last node is your 82. So can I do that now? The deleting aspect of it, if I delete, 10 will be coming towards the first place of the array. I mean, first place means towards the from the right. Okay, and what you're going to do? You are going to get 82 right here. Okay, then 23, then 12, then 90, then 77. That's all. Okay, that's all. Now, is this first of all, again I told you, see, delete the root node to send it to your array. Yes, I've done it. In place of root node, did you swap the last node? Yes, I've swapped it. Okay, see, 82 has come on top, root to the, I've done it. But did you check that whether it is a minimum heap still? No, it's not a minimum heap. You can see very clearly. 82 has gone top, man. This will not be a minimum heap. So I need to change that, right? So I need to do this to convert this into a minimum heap. How I do that? I interchange these two. Then will it be a minimum heap? Yes. So what is going to happen? You are going to get 12 towards this side 23. Then again here it will be 82. Here 90, 77. Okay. Now you got this very clearly. You got this. Yes. Now you do what is known as again the same old thing. Again the same old thing. You'll be keep on doing those 3 steps. You remember these 3 steps. You'll be keep on doing. So delete the root node. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to delete the root node. Exchange that with the last node. What is there in the last node? This is not a last node again. Don't be that stupid. Okay, this is not a last node. The last node is obviously this one. Okay, so if I do that, what is going to happen? 77 on top. It said 23. It said it is 82. 23, you will be having what is known as 90 will be here without any change. So what is the element that was deleted? The element that was deleted was 12. So is 12 coming here? Yes. 12 has joined my 10. Okay. Now again, check whether this is a heap or not, minimum heap or not. Okay. So again, we need to do the minimum heap part. So you need to sort of exchange few things. What are the exchange few things I need to do? These things. Okay. If I exchange that, what is going to happen? You will be getting 23 on top here, 77 like this. Okay, 82 will be coming right here, and this will be 90 only. Okay, now again we need to do the heap for the process of deleting, checking for root, everything and all. Okay, so same thing I'm going to do. This one compared with the last node. This is the last node. So 23 will be deleted. 23 will be coming right here. It will be joining these places. Okay, and then what you're going to get? 90 will be coming right here. Exchange places. Okay, so 77, 82. Then again, what you got to think that you got to think very clearly here that this is not a minimum if you need to exchange places. What are the exchanging places? These two. So 77 will be coming here, 90 will be coming here, 82. So you got to see here. I've exchanged this. Now again, what's the next thing? Next thing, this is a minimum heap now, smaller, bigger. So this is nothing a problem. This needs to be again done. What you need to sort of exchange this with last node. What's last node here? Obviously 82. Okay, if I do that, what is the element that is deleted now? 77. Okay, a little bit like this. Yeah, now you see the element that was last deleted, now it's 77. That is also joined here. Okay, if I do that, if I interchange everything and all, what is the only thing that will be remaining? It will be remaining like this. 82 will be coming here, 90 will be here. Then obviously this is not a minimum heap, so sort of exchange places. So now you get 90 along with 82. Okay, now there are only 2 elements, so you need to exchange the root number with this one. Okay, sorry, this was already there, huh? 82 was already there, so there's no need to exchange. Okay, see, 82 was already smaller, so there's no need to exchange. So what is the next thing? You are going to compare 82 with 90. So 82 will be deleted, 82 will be coming right here. Okay, If I do that, 82 will be coming right here. And the last number, only one number will be there, 90 will be coming right here. Is this your what? This is your descending order. Okay, this is very much your descending order. And what did you start? You started with minimum heap. You started with minimum heap. You created a minimum heap, and then for that, what you got? You got a descending order. Okay, everything we learned. We learned basically everything, starting from what? Starting from what is the heap? Okay, what is the heap? You need to have a heap structure where the children are either greater or lesser. Okay, based on what type of heap you are taking, maximum, minimum heap, all those things. Okay, and then you came across all these things. Now, the next thing, this will be your last thing with regard to the module 3, which is nothing but the aspects of two things, greedy technique and also transform and conquer. But that's not the only thing that you're going to learn here. There's one more thing also which you're going to learn now. Okay, so what is that one more thing? This is called dynamic programming. The next topic which you're supposed to learn is known as dynamic programming. Now, what is the meaning of dynamic programming? Okay, it is similar to your divide and conquer technique only. But what does it do? The most important part when it comes to dynamic programming is it is applicable when the sub problems are not independent. Okay, when they are not independent, in divide and conquer they used to be independent. Okay, when they are not independent, then dynamic programming is very good. It's a stage-wise search method which can be used for optimization techniques, everything and all. Okay, so what is dynamic programming? Okay, it's solved by what? By not by once. So say you are going to do it in a way that is somewhat similar to divide and conquer, but it's a little bit different. Okay, somewhat similar to divide and conquer, but little bit different. So in that, the first thing that you basically look for is known as multi-stage graphs. Okay, what's the meaning of multi-stage graphs? Okay, don't worry, we are going to I'm going to go only the introduction part of it, nothing more and all. Okay, only the introduction part only you're supposed to. So what is a multi-stage graph? It's first of all, it's a directed graph. Again, we are going to learn same things again and again and again. There's no change and all with regard to something new, nothing like that. So same old thing only will be coming again and again. Okay, so first thing, what is multi-stage graph? It is a directed graph. There should not be any doubt in that. 1 second. Yeah. So what is it? It's a directed graph. And what do you think that you're going to do? The nodes can be divided into a set of stages. Okay. What is that stages? All the edges from a stage to next stage. Okay. In other words, what is a way of simplest of way of saying it? That there is no edge between vertices of the same stage and from a vertex of current stage to the previous stage. Probably will not understand what it is. Okay, you don't worry. But what is the most important part here? You need to know the concepts of dynamic programming. Okay, we are going to learn many things in this dynamic programming. The most important topic will be, you would have heard of knapsack. Okay, we use knapsack for a generalized method. Here we are going to use what is known as a 0-1 knapsack program. Okay, that we are going to do. And then before that everything, we are going to look into the multi-stage graphs. Okay, which basically means it will be a directed graph, but you will be having graphs in different stages. Okay, what is the meaning of different stages? Different stages means you will be not having in same order, it will be in different order. Okay, again it will be more like a problem only. You are supposed to do that. Okay, without any problem you are supposed to do that also. Okay, in this, what are the other things that you can sort of learn? The other things that becomes very important for you to learn will be with regard to the Warshall's algorithm. Okay, Warshall's algorithm, very important. And the next thing, Floyd's algorithm. Is that spelling? Floyd's algorithm. Warshall's and Floyd's algorithm. Can you learn all these things? Yes. If you can learn all the M4, module 4, fully done. Okay. What is this Marshall-Floyd's algorithm under? You remember Prince? You remember Kruskal's? You remember Deschatras? Similar to this, here we are going to do this. Okay. So many people, Marshall, Floyd, everyone is going to come. Okay. These things you are going to learn. Marshall's algorithm, Floyd's algorithm and all. Before that multi-stage graph, after that, NAPSA problem. If you can learn all these things, dynamic programming is done.